Hello YouTube. Well, it's a nice spring day here in Western New York. It's late April, raining and cold. I think we got up to about 40 degrees, which warm enough for glue to dry, not freeze. It's not supposed to drop much tonight. It's supposed to warm up during the week. But hey, this is my day off, so I got to get some stuff done. All right, so where we left off is I've got framework done for that bed, frame for this bed. I've got all the pieces cut out, bulkheads ready to go, and today we're going to put this one together and get most of the way through it, I hope. I'll save the other one for off camera. So let's get to it. Okay, so this is the bulkhead. This is the framework. I want to join these two together with as strong a bond as possible. So I'm going to use a lot of glue. I've got it set in place right now. I'm going to be able to pull it away, so I'll be able to get back in there a little bit easier. So I don't have it attached to the ground, or I mean to the floor. Now, I used a squeeze bottle when I was putting this together. That worked out fine. But for this, I'm putting so much glue on that what I'm going to do is I've got a bowl, a lot of glue, and I'm using one of these silicone brushes. So I can just basically just paint the glue on. What's nice is when the glue dries on this, I'll be able to slide it right off. And I mean, pick them up at the dollar store or the big Wally World, you know, something like that. Not bad. They got a little thing to keep it from rolling out of the dish. So that's where we're gonna go. So let's. Once this is all glued together, all glued and screwed, I will then attach this to the floor and to the wall. And at the top, we'll get to the ceiling part in a bit. All right, time to glue. What's nice about the wood glue is that it will clean up easily with a little bit of, with a damp rag, some water. All right. Okay, so that's one end, the bottom. Got to do the other end. I use enough screws to be able to draw that in so that the wood and the glue, well, the glue between the two pieces of wood makes contact, and that glue is going to be stronger than the wood. So now we'll get the other end and then look into attaching this to the floors and the walls. So, all right, onward and upward. Okay, so first up, the upper part, I want to get this piece in. There's Nothing to screw it to up here, but that's fine. This is basically going to be a spot for hinges for the upper cupboards that are going to go in here. All right, so basically I'm just going to throw a couple screws in the ends after I've glued the. Okay, so that's up there. Now the back wall. Okay, so the next step is going to be to get this piece up here in the back. I cut it a little short because of the metal back there, but I put it up on the wall like that, or the ceiling wall, where it's basically where it curves, to give me enough height inside here. I need to bring it out away from the wall, so I get a flat surface to attach the ceiling to the bed area. And that just happens to be 1.5 inches. So little pieces of scrap, 2x2, and it'll give me a screwing surface. I pre-drilled the hole just like I did for the up on the ceiling. Same idea. Self-drilling screw with a pilot hole in here. And get it up here on the hole. There it is. Do another one there. We'll put one in the middle. We'll put one at the other end. Then we can attach this piece to it. Then I put a piece across the front, and we're going to put a piece across here. So we got a place to screw it all the way around. But I want it to lay flat. Now, .44 inches at that end. And 44 inches at this end. Works for me. Measured 44 inches. I put a little X on the side of the line that I want the board to be on. It doesn't, it sounds like it should be a no-brainer to remember for like 2 minutes, but stuff happens and drop. Now, because I'm going to have the doors open up so that they'll naturally want to close, I'm going to put this piece across this way, and when I do the faceplate, I'm going to leave about 1/2 inch so it's got a solid place for the doors to hit to. So basically, let me get this glued up on the ends. We'll get it screwed in, and then I can do a piece across either end. So this is going to be storage. I am going to do a couple of doors. So I'm going to put a framework here in the middle and a framework across here to get the ceiling on. But let's get this up. Okay. Now what I did, make it a little easier on me, is I started to screw at this end, I started to screw at that end. At the other end, where I'm not going to be starting, I let the screw stick out just a little bit, and I can jam the end grain of this 2x4 onto that, helps hold it up on that end, while I attach this end with the first screw. There we go. All right. And I'm going to get a couple scrap pieces across there. Someplace around here. There it is. I've got a long straight edge. I can run a straight edge across. And gives me something to screw to. It doesn't have to be all the way across. I got some pieces that are about 6 inches too short for that, and they're leftovers. So, I'm just going to attach these at either end, and I'll be right back. I'm only going to attach this a couple of points because I'm going to have to take this off. Makes it a little easier when I'm putting the drawer slides in and all that, but I just want to get this attached down. And like I said, a couple of spots. I'm never going to glue it down because in the future I may have to get back in behind there or underneath where the drawers are. So in the end, I'm just going to put a lot of screws around it and get that like that. Alright, 6 screws will hold this in place. This is just regular plywood because it's not really going to show. Mattress on top of it. So the top I'm going to use, I'm using some oak plywood or birch plywood, maple, whichever I can find. In this case, I got some oak. So I'm going to put that up, which ought to be interesting. Now what I did, put that little block up there. I'm going to cover this wall with something anyway. So a little hole here and there is not going to hurt it, but it gives me something to... I dropped it down a little bit. This is 1/2 inch. I dropped it down a little bit more than 1/2 inch so that I can slide this on top of it, I hope. And that'll help hold up one end while I attach the other end. Or at least that's the theory. There we go. There we go. So let me go grab a mattress and throw it in here and see how it fits. Yeah, there we go. Plenty of headroom. I'm not going to bang my head or feel claustrophobic. Fits in nice. And the only thing left to do, I got to do the face plates. We'll do that next time. I'll show you how I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that out of the same kind of plywood, actually partially that same sheet. We'll get that up. Show you how to do that. We'll finish this bed off the next time. But for now, I think it's time to test this thing out. So, see you next time, YouTube. I'm going to dream of warmer temperatures.